markets have been very uncertain, a lot of uncertainties, a lot of market corrections that have been happening in this week and a couple past few days. So let's look at the total stablecoins market cap, some TVL's analysis, which protocols are actually gaining traction for the market, and which protocols that we found interesting in this 7 days analysis. So this week, the total stablecoins market cap increased by 1.08%, which is around 2.4 billion. And now we're sitting at around all-time highs, which is almost on 227 billion. We did actually reach 227 billion in around yesterday. However, the market drawdown, and there has been a little bit of outflow in the last 1 day, which is almost $400 million, less than 0.2%. However, in the last 30 days, we've been gaining quite significant increase in stablecoins market cap, which is almost 3 billion, which is sitting on 2.7 billion right now. So it is actually led by USDC. So you can see here, there's a noticeable 1.6 billion 7 days change on USDC, amounting to almost 3%. And what's interesting here is actually USDS. So USDS also got traction from the market, amounting to 261 million, which is almost 6%. So actually, this is quite interesting because you can actually put USDS and gain APR on it. It's quite stable. And more than 90% of the USDS circulating supply here, you can see the market cap is on 666 billion. And you can see here, 4.4 billion is actually on SUSDS. So a lot of farmers, a lot of DeFi enthusiasts or traders are actually putting their money onto the Sky savings rate. So they think like 6.5% savings rate APR per year is actually already quite good for them for in this moment of the market right now. So yeah, this is actually very interesting to look at. Which chains has been leading the stablecoins market cap increase is still Ethereum, which is usually USDC, and also Tron. We also got Arbitrum here. We are seeing a net outflow in the last 1 month on Solana, Tron, Avalanche, also including Base. Yeah. So these are some catalysts as well for the stablecoins. And now we're going to talk about some DeFi TVLs. All right. So this might be quite interesting because what we're seeing here is the trend, and what we're seeing here is the TVL trend in the last couple of weeks. But in the last 7 days, there has been a noticeable increase in SAY, which is around 44.55%. But in the last 1 month, we are seeing Sonic, Bob, Berachain, and Aptos. Today we're going to talk about the more bigger ones, which are SAY, Sonic, Berachain, and Aptos. All right. I'm going to talk about deep down on what's been driving the TVLs on the chains. Let's get into it. First one, we got Sonic. Sonic, there has been some interesting protocols in Sonic, which is Euler. So Euler is actually a lending protocol. I think we've talked about Euler v2 in our previous videos. Yeah, but it's continuing to actually gain TVL. But if you see which token has been getting inflows into the Euler v2 is actually USD 0 plus. So it has been still leading the inflows to Euler v2, but USD 0 plus is actually on Ethereum. So we're gonna not talk too much about this. I think we talked about this in our previous videos. So do check out our previous videos. And yeah, we got a lot of videos on podcasts and also some TVL reviews. So do check them out for some interesting insights. But right now, we're going to talk about an interesting chain, which is actually SAY. So if you can see here, for all of the chains, it's bloody red, but except for SAY, the trend here is actually decent. So if you see, yeah, it's quite valid. So sometimes the data on DeFi Llama could be a little bit buggy, but this one is valid. It's been amazing. The trend has been very good. lately in the last 1 month and also the last 7 days. Let's see which protocols are actually gaining TVL. We can see here the first one is Sailor and also Yay. I'm only including the protocols that are above 10 million TVL. I'm not gonna talk too much about Filament. Let's talk about Sailor more. All right, Sailor. Yeah, what has been driving in Sailor? So there has been noticeable very huge increase, like around 10 million in each USDA and SUSDA into the protocol. So if you can see here on their website, there is a relatively new pool. Why is it new? Because there isn't even like a APR for this yet, and there hasn't been fees generated for this pool. So actually, this might be a market making move. We don't know if it's real inflows or it's just like a couple of guys trying to move the markets or move the pools here. Yeah, so this is, but it's actually interesting because it's still a big TVL. It's the biggest TVL, so it's a lot of difference. Like this for this pool, it's only below 6 million. It's been there for quite a while, but this pool is kind of interesting because it has a lot of TVL change in the last 3 days. Yeah, so you can take a look at this one. There might be some more further updates in their website or in their Twitter that you can check out. Yeah, for that. So that's it for Sailor. Next one is Yay Finance. Yay Finance. TVL has been great. What has been leading in the protocol inflows are actually USDC. This is actually explained by, yeah, there is a Binance Wallet campaign with Yay Finance, so you can get a share of 1.3 million say by lending USDC on Yay Simple Yield Pool via Binance Wallet. So this explains. It's very important to actually look at their social medias. Yeah, this actually explains. So on their simple like USDC yield pool, there you can get 7.3% APY, and it's on USDC and ISA. So it's a total of 7% APR, and it looks like the market is actually pricing in, and it gains a lot of traction. That means like a lot of market participants are actually interested in getting a lot of say, and yeah, I think it's pretty decent. It's a good farm for most people. And that's all for Yay Finance. Okay, next chain that we're gonna talk about is actually Berachain. Yeah, so Berachain, if you can see here from February 6th, their first launch, and until now, it's actually been relatively stable considering the market conditions right now. But there are some interesting pools here, like Beefy or some sort. You can do a lot of farms there, but if you see here, the charts doesn't really reflect what's been in the data, so it is actually a bug. I filtered and only saw BEX and infrared again. So actually, I've also covered this one, but I'm going to talk about this one again. So BEX is the native decentralized exchange for Berachain. You can, yeah, there are some interesting pool here, and the inflows are actually dominated by Honey and BYUSD. So these are Berachain stable coins. So it's a stablecoin pool that gives you 12.75% BGT APR. So it's on BGT. Yeah, so for infrared, you can actually get more APR from the BGT that you earn from the Berachain exchange here. So it's actually very interesting for most people. And as you can see, the inflows are actually still dominated by BYUSD Honey stables and also the Bera token. Yeah, it's been very stable lately. All right. So next chain that we're gonna talk about is actually from Aptos. So yeah, Aptos, it's not very significant like the other chains in the last 7 days, but it has been it has been outperforming most chains in the last 7 days or even in the last 1 month. So the chart is actually very decent. So let's take a look on what is actually interesting in this chain. So first of all, we got Echelon. Echelon market is a money market. It's a money market protocol in Aptos. So here you can see the TVL increase is caused by SGSDE. So let's see if there's any interesting pulls of SGSDE. And yeah, we can see here it's been gaining 15.87% supply APR on SGSDE. So you can deposit SGSDE here to get a 10% on APT and also almost 5% of Ethereum staking APR. So yeah, that's what the market has been looking on lately. And also an interesting smaller profile, which is only 32,000, but the increase has been really significant. But yeah, the money flow is not that huge. So we're trying to be safe here. We're trying to be conservative. So the TVLs around above 10 million on Aptos is only Echelon. So yeah, I think that's the only one safe to and not that volatile to actually earn yield on. Yeah, I think that's all for this week's market analysis, ecosystem analysis, TVLs analysis, and yeah, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you soon.